We have what might be the biggest fraud in history unraveling in front of us. Now that Doge is diving into all these different departments, and there's a lot of different questions attached to that and what they're doing and what's really going on. But now that they've dove into Social Security, they are uncovering, again, what Elon says could be the biggest fraud in history. They're saying that there are over 20 million Americans collecting Social Security benefits that are over the age of 100. And when you go even further into this, there are benefits still being paid out to people that are over 140 years old. It's absolutely mind-boggling what all is going on here. So, he puts this information out there saying that this is the case. Of course, people from the other side saying that they want proof to all this. They have launched a website that shows all the stuff that they're uncovering, where you can click and you can go into detail on everything that's there. One of my biggest questions is, when are the people responsible for all this crime going to go to jail? It seems like a big magic trick. They're coming out and they're telling you about the biggest fraud in history. Whether it's this or it's the next story or whatever it is. They're uncovering it left and right. And I guess no one's going to get in trouble? There's no talk of it. You going to let Biden walk away pardoning himself for all the crimes of the Biden crime family? I mean, this goes back decades, not just on one president. All these crimes go back decades. People should be held responsible. Will they, though? To me, it sees like a big illusion here. I'm still waiting for Hillary to go to prison, but Trump don't want to do that. So, your Gentile Messiah and Mr. Baphomet here, Elon, ripping through all this stuff and tearing down a bunch of departments. On the outside, things look good. It's a whole lot of winning. But with the other hand, they're sliding in the blockchain and everything else. And some just don't get it. But with this is a big find, regardless of how you look at it. When you look at this many people getting paid out, this is as fraudulent as it gets. And it may be one of the biggest in history. Join me in the live show where I break...
Really, really weird. We just got footage of this plane that crashed, the 1,000th plane so far. And at the same exact time, we just had another doomsday fish pop up. And actually came up out the ocean this time. Quick recap. This Delta plane crashed and was upside down. And you know about how many planes have been going down the last few months. And how many, what seems to be prophetic words that have happened about planes going down before they started going down. And the night before, like I said, we just had another oarfish or doomsday fish, as it's known to the locals, pop up and come out the water. What was making it come out the water? They even put it back in the water and did not want to be in the water. This is usually a once-in-a-lifetime experience that most people will not ever get to witness. And for some reason, somehow I've been able to show you 10 videos over the last 6 months of these things just washing up. One even came right before the earthquake started. I think it was in Japan. And don't forget, we just had the turkey circling a grave that says Harris on it. That's really weird, you guys. I didn't even notice that the first time, as well as seals popping up for higher ground in New Haven. And even weirder, the area that flooded around Fort Knox, it was undergoing an audit at the same time. Things just keep seeming to happen. I got a whole lot of traveling to do the next few months for ministry, and I'm staying away from these things.
Trump has made it
I was in Shanghai, and you're not allowed to jaywalk in China. They have facial recognition cameras in every sidewalk, and what they do is if you jaywalk when the light is red, it'll scan your face, and it'll deduct money automatically from your bank account, and they'll display you on a big LED board calling you a criminal, all done automatically, remotely. It gets so crazy that in certain places of Shanghai, and you want to walk on the sidewalk, you're only allowed to walk in one direction. If you walk in the opposite direction, they scan your face, deduct money from your bank account, and if you don't have money in your bank account, social credit score gets removed.
Man, these people, they're so evil. So you guys know how we talked about the recent audit of Fort Knox. Isn't it just ironic? I don't believe in coincidences. This here is a map. Fort Knox, this area right here has the most severe flooding it's ever seen recently. You might have heard. Kind of reminds me of other flooding and disasters that have happened. But why would they be flooding that area? I wonder. Is it because they're auditing Fort Knox and the gold that is supposed to be there. But then check this out. They're panicking, they're scrambling. Yeah, well, it's amazing when the people wake up and start spreading news what they do. They're panicking so much, they're literally trying to get all the gold that's all over the country and the world back to where it was supposed to be. U.S. banks flying gold from London to New York. Why? I wonder why. Oh, man. The best is yet to come. Oh, man. Wait till you see the video I'm about to show you with the Daytona 500. And the Federal Reserve is next. I'll put it that way. Love y'all.
Shalom, all praises, glory, honor, and fear. Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Barakakwadash. Power, endurance, the Lord's elect, the house of David, 144,000 men that are following the Lamb, Yahushai, Messiah, and also blessings and love and shalom, peace to the women that take heed and believe and are getting in order. And as you can see, man, prophecy is at an all-time high. Everything is coming to life. These words of the Bible are coming to life. It's manifesting. The Lord's making himself known, that he ruleth over everything and everyone. And everything that you see taking place and happening in the news, all the nations in perplexity, all the judgment, all these strange apparitions, and the animals acting weird, and all these wars, rumors of wars, these signs of the times where we have more and more of the gold and money being robbed and misplaced and disappearing, and all this madness going on. In the midst of all this, Lord, he's working out our deliverance, and he's working out us being saved from all this corruption, right? So, just as the Lord spoke to Job, and I'm gonna start with the Lord, he's speaking to us, the elect, the prophets in these last days. He's speaking through us, through this storm, through this whirlwind, through this tempest, through this bad atmosphere. He's speaking to us where we're getting his word, we're receiving his word. You also have Egypt. They're about to go to war with Israel, and that's very prophetic. So you have all these things taking place in the world, and Lord told you to what manner of persons are you to be in an all holy conversation, right? So conversation, communicating in the word of the Lord, and holy conversation and righteousness. Job 38 verse 1, God speaks now to Job. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, right? Another word for whirlwind is a storm. So Lord, he's also speaking to us, his servants, his friends, out of the whirlwind. And our end is going to be greater than our beginning. Me, a lot of other, chosen ones, we're all going through heavy persecutions and tribulation and trials and tests. And we're going to make it out of all of them because we trust in the Lord. Like I did that lesson the other day. We trust in the Lord. We put our confidence in the Lord. We understand the Lord is the one that's allowing Satan to do this and do that. Right? Verse 2, who is that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? Gird up now thy loins like a man, file demand for thee, and answer thou me. Answer thou me. Alright, so we're answering the Lord with the truth, with the word. So let's go to Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says, the thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So the same thing that these heathens, right, Edomites, the chief of the heathens, have been doing from their conception of them being put into power, put into authority, they're trying to do now on a heavy scale, on a electronical and artificial intelligence, and on a way heavier scale. But it's what they've been always trying to do, because it's in their heart. They're proud. They, like it says in Habakkuk, they want more. They're not satisfied with their bread. They just want more and more and more. There is as hell. They can never be satisfied. So this is 1 Maccabees 1:41, right? This happened in the past too. says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. And what do you have happening now? You have America, right? Their leader, Trump, is saying to Canada, oh, you're going to be the 51st state, right? That's becoming one nation. They also want Mexico. They also want the Panama Canal. They also want the Gulf of Mexico to be the Gulf of America, right? They're going to try, you see? It says verse 42. Watch this. It says, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king, you see? So this has been taking place, this new world order, this one world system and government under the wicked, right? Verse 43. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, right? What they worship, what they fear, what they, right? And a lot of people, they've done this of our nation. They've consented to their religion where they worship the heathen. All they care about is money. All they care about is physical, material. And sacrifice unto idols, and profane the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land. Right? So even amongst this new covenant, right, you have certain false doctrines, right, from false brethren in the new covenant, false prophets saying that, oh, the law is done away with, don't keep the law. But then they'll go and keep the law of the heathen. They'll obey Esau, what they say to do. Now, verse 49, I'm gonna jump. It says, to the end they might forget the law, right, the law of our forefathers, and change all the ordinances. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die, right? So this is what it is said to us, that, oh, you should die, you should leave here, you should this, you should that, right? Because we serve the one and only true king and everlasting king, Yahushua. So there is life being given to this dead image, this false image, right, of the world, this system, this beast, this heathen, right? But like the Lord said, he's going to hate their image. Let's go to Revelation 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. You see, it's being given life, but it's not true life. It's death. It's soulless. It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. You see, it's the same concept. So the reason you see, like in the introduction videos, the reason you're seeing all this chaos and madness, confusion with the taxes, with the IRS, with people's bank accounts and the banks and money and laundering and this and that is because, also the planes falling from the skies, because they're getting ready to fill their belly with total control over the people, over the world, with finances and where you travel. You see, total control. That's what Babylon the Great, Esau's going to go for. China, I showed a little bit of China, what they're doing, where they have a social credit system where it's like, oh, if you walk the wrong way on the sidewalk, then they cut off your bank. It's crazy. And this is coming to America, man. It really is. So let's go to Psalms 70 for 70. Psalm 78. Where is it? All right. Psalm 73, excuse me. So Psalm 73 and verse 17. I'll start verse 15. It says, if I say, I'll start verse 12. All right, it says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. So if you're increasing in riches, you have to really check yourself, because the Lord said these are the ungodly. They prosper in the world. So us, on the other hand, We are the godly, so we're not prospering the world. We're not increasing in riches. We're decreasing in riches. Because we're dead to this world. We're like a ghost here. You see? Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning, right? We're plagued with, not prospering and not doing good economically here, because this is not our house. This is not our blessing. This is not our God. This is why it's like a plague to us, right? 15. If I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against a generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Until I went into the sanctuary of God, then understood I their end, right? Understood I their end. We understand the end of the world. We understand the end of Esau and where everything appertains to Esau, being in authority and rulership. It says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places, thou cast them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation? As in a moment they are utterly consumed with terrors, right? In a moment. This is all going to happen in a moment. Very frivolously, very fiercely and swiftly. Out of nowhere, right? Surprisingly. Verse 20, as a dream when one awaketh, right? We're in a nightmare. For the wicked, this is their dream. They're living their dream, right? They have the Israelites in captivity. They have the Israelites on the bottom. They're on the top, right? But this is our nightmare, right? As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, right? Lord's awakening to our cause. He's awakening to our prayers, to our cry. Thou shalt despise their image, you see? Heavy. So the image of the beast, when the Lord wakes up and he rouses up, he's going to hate their image. He's not going to love their smart cities and their this. No, he's going to despise it. He's going to destroy it, you see? Let's go to Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. You see, so the whole thing with the COVID-19 vaccine shots, right? That was just a trial run. That was just a rough draft of the final draft. That's why Trump is very shoulder to shoulder with Elon Musk, which Elon Musk, he has his technology and his businesses where he wants to put a chip in your brain. This is why when you go to Whole Foods and Amazon and big businesses, they have already in place Palm payments, right? And people are already using them. So everything is already prepared and ready, right? For the wicked to do their last act. This is their last act. This is their last attempt to enslave the whole world and to mainly enslave all the Israelites. That's what this is all about, right? So they can never be satisfied, right? Verse 18, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. You see, the number of a beast is a number of a man. This man is Esau, Edom, and his number is 666. You see that? So this is wisdom. And it's funny because a lot of people, they're not talking about this prophecy because they don't want their channel to be taken down, this, that, and the third, right? So that's why they only speak and teach smooth things. This is not smooth. This is very rough. This is very heavy, because a lot of people, they've invested in this world. They have a lot of money. They have this, they have that. So these words coming out, it gets them really uneasy and uncomfortable, and it rocks their boat. You know what I'm saying? It's like an earthquake because they put their trust in riches. They put their trust in this financial system, this system is absolutely corrupt. It's deception. It's evil. The money is backed by nothing, right? And it's heavy with that whole Fort Knox and the gold. And it flooding, and that's why they quote unquote say they hold all the gold, but now they're shipping gold from London to New York, right? There's a lot of sketchy stuff happening, man. It's really funny. See, we're not worried like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm protest. I'm so mad. What are you doing with our gold and our money? No, we're laughing, man. This is a joke. This is a joke, man. You know? This is hysterical. The Lord said, my servant shall eat and laugh. And yes, we are eating. The Lord is providing us our daily bread. You know, and we are laughing. This is funny to us, man. You know? Look at how much people in their God, because their God is falling. Their God are being destroyed by the Lord. You see? 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 40. I'll start verse 1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Assyria. Verse 2, for your destruction is at hand. Right, so their destruction, all these lands, all these continents, they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be judged. Let's jump down to verse 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. No, go get you a mortgage. Go get you a house. Go get comfortable. Right? Go settle here. No, he said to be on the move. Don't make your bed here. Right? He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. This is what you have to be as. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. Now, I'm going to just say this real quick, though, too. This don't mean God said be lazy and don't do shit. No, Lord said work with your hands. Get your daily bread. Take care of what you got to take care of for the time being. You know, because we're symbolic of being on the Titanic. You want to stay on the Titanic as it's sinking for as long as you can until there's no other way possible to stay on that ship. And then you jump off at the last second. And then swim for your life so that it doesn't suck you down into the water. It says, they that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain. You see? And that's why Solomon said he had all the wisdom in the world. He said all is vanity. He had everything. He had thousands of wives. He had all the money. But even he said all is vanity. It's worthlessness. It doesn't work. It doesn't mean anything. What really means everything is you having that good connection with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, of knowing what to do and when to do it, having him as your guide. That's what matters. And you can't purchase that with money. All right, with Esau's money. That's why Yahweh said, he said, whose face is on it? He said, give me the money. Whose face is on it? He said, okay, well, give Caesar what is Caesar's. If they ask you to pay this, all right, pay it. If they come and take, because that's all it is for, man. That's all it's for. You know? Ecclesiastes 1:14. I've seen all works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. Right. Ecclesiastes 2:17 says, therefore I hated life, because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me. All is vanity and vexation of spirit, you see? So you have to put all your trust in the Lord, because we're in the time of these idols, right, being exposed and being destroyed. And they're not going to save anyone or anything. Habakkuk 2:18. What profit the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it, the molten image and a teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusteth therein, to make dumb idols? Woe unto him that saith to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. You see, it's death, it's dead, there's no soul. It's not alive, right? And that's how all these idols and all these things are. And the Lord is exposing it, and it's happening fast. Yeah, John 13 and verse 25, and this is what the Lord is, just as the Lord told you who was going to betray him, and he told him to do it fast. We're doing the same thing. We're telling you exactly who it is, who does this, who does that, who takes the mark of the beast. If you took the COVID-19, man, you're going to take the mark of the beast easy, man. You know, John 13 in verse 25. He then lying on Yahushua's breast, saying unto him, Lord, who is it? Yahushua answered, He it is to whom I shall give a soap. And when he had dipped the soap, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. Then after the soap, saying, Enter into him. Then said Yahushua unto him, That thou doest, do quickly. See? So here it is, saying, entered into Judas Iscariot. And Yahushua, he said unto him, That thou doest, do quickly. See? Do it fast. And then we're saying the same thing to who has Satan entered into. He's entered into these heathens, these Edomites, the 2/3, and we're saying the same thing Yahushua said. We're saying, do it quickly, hurry up, do what you have to do. You are your father the devil. The works of your father you will do. You're murderers. No man at the table knew for what intent he spake this unto him. You see? So we're making it known why this being said at the table. Heavy. Job 20 in verse 4 says, Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short? You see, it's short. And the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, right? Their moment is just about up. Their time is coming to an end. There should be time no more for the wicked to be on top and ruling. Yahushua is coming back. Yahushua is showing his might. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens. You see, it is. His excellency mounts up to the heavens. And his head reach unto the clouds. You see, he's very lofty, he's very proud. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, his own poop. They which have seen him shall say, Where is he? Where'd he go? What happened to him? Wasn't he the president? Wasn't he the king? Wasn't he in charge of all these lands? Where'd he go? Verse 8, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. And like when you have a dream or a vision, it's very sudden, it's very fast, like you don't remember too much of it, right? It's like, did this even happen, right? This is what's gonna happen. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. You see, so this is the same thing that's gonna happen with ancient Egypt, where we spoiled the Egyptians. We took of their raiment, their gold, their silver, right? Their valuables, you see. So this is all prophecy. Let's go to Matthew 13 and verse 20. It says, But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and with joy receiveth it, yet hath he no root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. So this is happening with a lot of people. The persecutions, some turbulence, tribulations coming and arising, and they're offended by it. You see? I'm like, and they deny the Lord. You see? So let's go to Psalms 37 and verse 35. I've seen the wicked in great power. Right, we're seeing that right now. Everyone's afraid of them. Everyone obeys them. Everyone worships them and their idols, right? And spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yeah, I sought him, but he could not be found. You see? So just like Thanos, he snapped his fingers and then like half the population of the earth just disappeared. This is what's taking place with the wicked, man. The 2/3, those are in a covenant with Esau, the wicked, the heathens that don't repent to the new covenant and obey the Lord. This is all that's taking place, man. Job 27 and verse 8. I'll start verse 7. This is a state of the godless, heavy. Let mine enemy be as the wicked, and he that riseth up against me as the unrighteous. So those that rise against us and come against us, you're the wicked. You're the unrighteous. There's no debate. If you hate us or you disagree with us, you are wicked. If you would disagree with New Covenant and Yahushai and everything we're saying, you are wicked. Period. For what is the hope of the hypocrite, though he hath gained, when God taketh away his soul? Heavy. And this is why Yahushua said, what profit if a man gain the whole world and lose his soul? Okay, you've gained the whole world, but now you don't have a soul. I mean, you're not alive anymore. You see? You're dead. And it's heavy. It says, will God hear his cry when trouble cometh upon him? I will teach you by the hand of God that which is with the Almighty will I not conceal, right? So we're not concealing this. We're showing you the counsel of the Lord. We're showing you everything that's happening and taking place, how it's all coming together. And listen, the brother, listen. The Lord said the beast shall hate the whore, right? So it's heavy. The spirits that's on Trump is like a bully, right? And what happens when all the students realize that there's more of them than the bully? They're gonna team up, right? And they're going to jump the bully. That's exactly what's gonna happen, man. These tariffs, and like you just had the Canada and America hockey game, and the U.S. were just beating up Canada, just beating them up. That's heavy, man. Like making fun of them. And then on top of all this too, like I think I put the video in there, but the fentanyl isn't coming through Mexico, it's coming through Canada, man. China is bringing it to Canada, and then Canada is bringing it into America, and then money laundering. It's not coming from Mexico, that drug, at least. It's heavy, man. There's so much judgment, and the Lord, he's using these own heathens, their own nation, to destroy themselves. All we gotta do is sit back and read the Bible. You see? Revelation 17. And I don't mean just sit back, be lazy. There's a heavy effort that comes with reading this book and yielding this weapon. Revelation 17 and verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. You see? And the woman which thou sawest is that great city. This is a whore, which reigneth over the kings of the earth, right? America. And that's why they say they shall see no sorrow. They say I sit as a queen. Was Isaiah 47? They say they're gonna see no judgment. Isaiah 47. And 7. And thou sayest, I'll start with 6. Says, I was wroth with my people. I polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Right? He gave the nation of Israel into the hand of America, Babylon, Esau, the heathen. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very, very heavily laid thy yoke, right? Upon the elect Israelites. It says, and thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever. So thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember thy latter end of it. Heavy. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, right? She that lives in pleasures is dead while she liveth. That dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, right? They say that they're God. They think they're the Most High. And none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. You see? It all correlates. It all ties together. This is a puzzle. It all puts together. The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, right? Pharmacia, pharmacy, All the nations were deceived. We did that lesson the other day, right? For the great abundance of thine enchantments, heavy. For thou trusted in thy wickedness, for thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. Thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mist shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. Desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. You see? So this is all prophecy, man. This is heavy. This is all prophecy. And the thing is, with Egypt going to war with Israel, getting ready, that's one of the nations that Russia is going to defend. Verse 5, Ezekiel 38, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Let's see. Let's go to Ezekiel. Go to Exodus 15 and verse 9. It says the enemy said, right? And the enemy is sin, is death, it's the heathen, it's the 2/3, it's those that are against Yahushua ruling. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil, my lust shall be satisfied upon them, I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them, right? The nations are covering them. They sank as lead in the mighty waters, you see? Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. And it's heavy because it's heavy because in Revelation it says they sang the song of Moses and the Lamb, right? The old and the new. Heavy. Verse 15. Outside verse 14. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold of the inhabitants of Palestina. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab trembling shall take hold upon them, and all the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. So this is what you have taken place. Let's go to Job chapter 5 and verse 1. God is just, says, call now if there be any that will answer thee, and to which of the saints wilt thou turn? For wrath killeth the foolish man, and envy slayeth the silly one. I have seen the foolish taking root, right? Foolish virgins, those aren't fulfilling the law. But suddenly I cursed his habitation. See, so the habitation is being cursed. This land is cursed. And we're seeing the effects of it in real time. It's just non-stop every single day. There's more and more revelation and proof of the Lord's word not returning to him void, right? It's all coming together. It's getting closer and closer, right? Job 15 and verse 29. He shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall he prolong the perfection thereof upon the earth. Heavy. He shall not depart out of darkness, the flame shall dry up his branches, and by the breath of his mouth shall he go away. Verse 31. Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. It shall be accomplished before his time, and his branch shall not be green, right? Before his time, right? The Lord's shortening his time. Oh, you have 2 more years to rule? Nah, make it 1. He shall shake off his unripe grape as the vine, and shall cast off his flower as the olive. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. So everything you see happening is all deception, right? They're not going to make it better for everyone. You know, it's all deceit, man. It's all lies. Isaiah 14 in verse 12 says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, O son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations, right? They're not strengthening the nations. When you put tariffs on someone, you're weakening them. You're not helping them. You're weakening them. But thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And you also have, America, Trump trying to take Greenland too. Heavy, right? Greenland, right? I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And it's heavy too, because when you go to an ancient map, the north, like they call it the North Pole, the polar, the north, it's a magnet. That's why all compasses go north, point north, because it's a magnet, and there's 4 streams, right? It's the truth, but they lie in these maps. They lie in these maps. Just the Arctic, and it's just ice and nothing. That's all I show you. It's heavy. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. And that word sides and pit means dungeon, right? Death, Sheol, sepulcher, right? The grave. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, This is the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, and opened not the house of his prisoners, right? They're just trying to bind everyone and put everyone in slavery and prison, you know what I'm saying? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as a raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, and as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land, and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant, and son, and nephew, saith Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai. So this is what's being prepared for the wicked. This is the only answer. This is the only cure. This is the only resolution and solution for the wicked and what's going on. Not no equality and live together. Like the brother Maccabees did a heavy lesson going to chat. We can't live with them. We can't. Like the Lord even said in the scripture, he said, "Will the throne of righteousness be established with the throne of wickedness?" No, that's confusion. There can only be one king. That king is not Caesar, it's not money, it's not dead presidents, it's not living presidents. That king is Yahushua Mashiach, the Messiah of Israel. All praises, glory, honor, and fear, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Barak HaKodash. Much love, stay strong, and behold the words of the Lord. Behold his work in these last days, man. The Lord's doing marvelous things. Shalom.